Coach, how important, with only 4 games remaining here in the regular season, how important is it for you guys to be playing your best hockey here down the stretch as we get into tournament time?
Well, you're talking about playing our best hockey down the stretch with 4 games to go. Our goal is to play our best game on Friday night this week, and then you'll never ever play your best ever game, and we'll always be looking for that. So we're pressing every night to be better than we were the night before, and we're going to need our very best on Friday. We've played some solid hockey this season, but if you ask our players what have we accomplished yet, they would tell you nothing. We got to go out and establish our game in Colorado on Friday night. We've got to go in there with the idea to have the puck a lot and to play as well as we can play, because anything less than that, we won't come out of there with a win.
These 2 wins this past weekend over a very good North Dakota team, as Adam said, the first sweep of the home sweep of the team in program history. How big can that be for your team's confidence here as we get towards the season?
Well, I'm not a big one on the word confidence, because I think when you play good, you feel good, and when you play bad, you feel bad. And what's confidence? If that's all we needed, then I'd give it to them before every game. But it's got to be earned. So I think the bottom line is we played a real good North Dakota team. They played real physical and hard against us. I love those types of games. It's north-south. We have them all the time against North Dakota. The fans are entertained, and what we have to do is stick to the process, do the things that we do well, have all of our forward units going, and having a group of defensemen playing back there who can defend and can move the puck. But I enjoyed the wins, but about 45 minutes after the game, we started thinking about Colorado and watching tape on them.
What challenges are presented for the big ice there in Colorado?
Well, I think the biggest challenge for playing on the big ice, and I've coached a lot in Europe and then coached international hockey over there, national tournaments and world championships and that. And the big thing for me is to not to let it affect you mentally. The distance between the dots is the same in any rink, and we can use the you young people here probably don't remember the movie Hoosiers, but we can do the same thing, and we can measure from the gym back in Hickory to the gym at the U in Indiana there, and it was the same from the floor to the rim. Well, we'll maybe measure here from between the dots at Lawson, and then we'll measure between the dots out at CC, because it's the same. So the extra room is on the outside. As long as you defend and you make sure that you play inside the dots, it's the same as playing here. Conversely, if you don't bring the puck in between the dots, you're never going to score there, because there's going to be a lake to the outside. And so you're going to have to penetrate the dots offensively, and you're going to have to make sure you defend between the dots defensively. Do not allow it to get into your head. Play the game that you need to play. Do the things you always do, and it will be enough to, when you put the effort along with the execution there, you'll find a way to be successful.
Talk about, just playing in front of, Lawson was packed on Saturday and Friday. Talk about what that means for you guys as a hockey team. And then, obviously, next week, you don't want to look ahead to Minnesota, but, that'll probably be another packed game. What does that mean for a team and for you guys as a team to play in front of a packed Lawson Stadium?
Well, there is no atmosphere in college hockey that compares to the atmosphere here at Lawson Arena. And certainly our student section being what it is, and then having a lot of our students are obviously called the lunatics here, and for a reason. And we had a lot of older lunatics at the games on Friday and Saturday. They were enjoying it as well there. So huge. It's a huge advantage for our team. I think because of the dimensions of our arena and the fact that the crowd's right on top of the game, I don't think a packed house in any other building has the impact on the opposing team that ours does. And, it was tremendous to have those big crowds. You mentioned Minnesota Duluth coming up a week from now, and I'm glad you mentioned the team, because my only thought's on Colorado right now. But we know that our students will be on break, so it's going to be important to have a lot of people coming here that are non-students, and we'll adopt a whole bunch of high school students if they want to come here and find out what it's like to be a Lawson lunatic as well. We'll have an Adopt a Lunatic program going for that weekend there. But I know you're going to talk to Neil Goff here, and he was a great competitor for us on Saturday, and we're just looking forward to the challenge of going to Colorado this weekend.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.